I don't know, I might have a mistake. We have, do you disagree on that, Drew?
I just didn't really know where to go with it.
Okay. So we look at 4, 3, 4, here's P, and the question. Okay, so this is a no calculator question, and it says, I've got these functions, and I need to rewrite K. Am I looking at the right one? Rewrite K as a fraction?
Yes.
Okay. Involving powers of cosine and nothing else. So K is cotangent, cosecant. And I need to get it down to cosine. Okay. All right, what's cotangent? Cosine over sine. Now, there's lots of ways to think about cotangent. It's 1 over the tangent, x over y, but remember, x on the unit circle is cosine. So this is cosine over sine. What is cosecant? Ooh, 1 over sine. Is that on my stuff to know? Yeah. Okay, so when I multiply these, I get cosine over sine squared. What do we know about sine squared? Oh, guys, sine squared plus cosine squared is 1.
Minus cosine.
So sine squared is 1 minus cosine squared.
I think in the problem it's secant instead of cosine.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry about that. That changes everything, okay? So you said this is secant?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 1 over cosine. So we end up with 1, or no, we end up with, 1 over sine. Did I recopy that wrong? Did I copy that wrong? And the directions say I have to write it in terms of cosine? And I didn't, I stopped here. Okay, we can do this, So, what is sine squared? Oh, it says sine? Well, I can't read or anything. Wait, am I on the right test? This number? Oh no, I'm on the wrong test. That's why I've got the wrong question going. Okay, so I can't find my test. What does it say? Oh, here it is. I'm sorry about that, Drew. Now you're totally messed up. Let's see. Rewrite secant cotangent in terms of sine. Okay. All right, so now, so that now it's 1 over sine. That's it. There's nothing else to do. It's in terms of sine now. All right, sorry about that. I'm on the wrong, got the wrong papers going here. Okay, anything else on free response test 3? Two. Let me get the right question here. Wait. So 2. Okay, so this kind of depends on some stuff I had before, I think. So, before, I do 2BII. So in 2BI, did we find our average rate of change? Question 2, did we find it? What did we get? 1.25. I got, yeah, 1.25, that's right, 1.25. Okay, so now the question says, use the given data to find the average rate of change, oh no, that was I. Use M of 12 and the average rate of change found in number 1 to estimate the amount of money the student has at T equals 20 months. So, what is, it says use M of 12. What's M of 12? We know that, that's given. What is that? $517.50. So in other words, that's the point, 12 comma 517.50. And what's this? The slope. So we can write an equation. Y minus 517.50 equals 1.25 x minus 12, just using regular point slope form. And then we could clean all this up, right? So y equals 1.25x. I'm allowed to use a calculator on this one, right? So 1.25 times 12 plus 517.5. So I got plus 502.50. I don't know, did I do that right? Now, what do I want to know? I want to know T equals 12 or 20. So I'm just going to plug in 20 right here, and that should give me something. $527.50. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. Remember, when you do the formula for this, when you do f of b minus f of a over b minus a, that is slope. This data is a point, and you can then write the equation along and make predictions based on that. Okay? All right. Now, in my complete disorganization here, I forgot to do the multiple choice calculator problems on test 2. So we need to get out test 2. Sorry about that. Multiple choice. And you did the no calculator ones up to 28. So now we need to do the calculator ones, part B. There's only 12 of them, and you get 40 minutes to do them. So let's do a couple of them together, get ourselves warmed up here, starting with number 76. Remember, you have a calculator for the problem. So we are on practice test 2, problem 76. Everyone on board? Here we go. The table gives values for a polynomial function. What is the average rate of change over the closed interval from 1 to 4? Now, this is a multiple choice question, so you're not showing a ton of work. But remember, average rate of change. Don't we find f of 4 minus f of 1 over 4 minus 1? Isn't that what we do? So what's f of 4? 10. F of 1 is 16, and 4 minus 1, so it looks like I get negative 6 over 3, negative 2. looks like question A. Are we good? 77. The table shows the length of, okay. A chordate regression is used to model the length as a function of years. What length is predicted by the model for 2028? So what are we gonna do? We're gonna do a chordate regression, and then we're gonna do y of 18. So let's all do that together. Quit acting like you're bored. We're going to stat edit. Now put in the correct t values. So you gotta put in 0, 3, 6, 9, and 12. Because your years since 2010. And we're looking at chordate regression because they told us. I'm not even gonna write it down, the numbers are kind of yucky. I'm going to do y of 18 now. Man, that's crazy. What did you get? 127 exactly, right? So B is your answer. Now in a minute, I'm gonna set you loose if there's any, on your own, if there's anybody that's got a question about what we just did, that would be time to come up and ask. Let's do a couple more together. All right, so we're on 78. A lot of words there. Read it and see what's happening. On which intervals is the rate of change decreasing? What are you looking for? If we want to know where the rate of change is decreasing, what would we be looking for? Concave down, concave down, very easy, concave down. So which intervals are concave down there? C to D and D to E. So it looks like D is our answer. Wow, that's easy. All right, 79. Do they have an idea?
If tangent is y over x, the little slope just be the same.
Bingo, bingo. So the answer is -3/4. -3/4. Absolutely. Perfect, Julia. Wonderful. All right. We got a semi-log plot not shown in which the vertical axis is logarithmically scaled. Now remember, what that means is you're going up by powers of 10, right? So 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000. If the points follow a decreasing, so somebody's plotted the points and they're pretty much in a decreasing line, What kind of data is that? Well, first of all, it's not gonna be B, because that is not growth, right? In any kind of system, that wouldn't be growth, so we can cross that out. In my very, very rudimentary, which I totally made up, look at these Y values. What is happening? If those are in a line, they're going from 10,000 to 1,000 to 100 to 10. That isn't a linear relationship. What kind of relationship is that? Exponential. Those are proportional. In a semi-log plot, exponentials look like lines because the scale itself is proportional. Does that make sense? Exponential decay. All right, we'll do one more together and then I'll let you work with your partner. All right, so what happens here? So this is X items and dollars. That's what the repairs are. It is known that the cost is $115 to produce 10 items. And $65 to produce 20 items. What is the average rate of change? This changes from 30 to 40. I don't know, what do you think? What are we gonna do? We know how to find average rate of change. So that's gonna be, as X goes from 30 to 40, that'll be C of 40 minus C of 30 over 40 minus 30. Does that make sense to you? That ultimately that's what we're gonna do? Okay, what's the problem? I don't know, C of 40. And I would normally just plug it in, but I don't know B. Right? So what do you think? Use one of these points. So 115, I'll use that one. 115 equals 1,000 plus B times 10 over 10. Remember, you have a calculator. I got 15, but I don't know if I did that right or not. I'll let someone check me. 15's right? So now I can put 15 right here. Now can I find C of 40? Yep. So C of 40 is that 4? Did you get 40?
Yeah.
All right, and then C of 30 is 48 and a third, basically. 48.33333. Did I do that one right? And then I'm going to divide that by 10. So 40 minus that answer divided by 10. I got negative 0.833333. And that would be question or answer A. Now, some of you, I don't know, I can't tell. Some of you were like balking at that. Remember, there's 12 questions and you have 40 minutes. they're not all gonna be snapped. You're gonna have to put some time and energy into some of them. So this is one where it was really easy. It just had a couple of different steps involved. Okay? All right, let's see if you can get the rest of those done in time for us to check them. There's only a few left. Start now helping each other. And